Assalamu alaikum, my friends. Welcome to my channel Learn Arabic with Shazia. This is lesson number 28 and I am doing from question number 15 as I have previously completed all the questions till the 14 in my previous video. And this is the last section of the exercise, and in this section we will be learning about the type of fail that has a weak letter at the end as ya. Which weak letter we have? The ya. And before I start with this question number 15, isnad nasiya ila damir, means you have to attach all the past tense damir with this fail. So let me give you some information about this type of fail and what type of fail we are dealing in this lesson. So before I start, let me share my whiteboard. So before I do my damirs here, let me explain about the fail that we are dealing in this lesson. The fail actually we did in this lesson before was, if you remember, the fail was with alif maksura. Like for example, what I remember is rama, to throw, or jara, to run, or there for with the alif maksura. Okay, now the second type we are dealing here is with the ya. For example, we are doing with nasiya with the weak letter ya at the end. Here a weak letter as alif maksura, and further we will be doing the third type like with the long vowel alif at the end. So all these verbs, if you see, they have a weak letter in them. Here in this case is a long vowel, in this case it's an alif maksura, in this case it's a ya. So basically these type of fails are called in Arabic as fail naqis. Fail naqis. Fail naqis means something missing, something there is defect in it, and in English you say defective verb. Defective verbs. You should know both the terms, because whenever you learn Arabic you tend to find English books and then there you cannot find the Arabic terms, so it's very difficult to find the names of the verbs. So when you see fail naqis, know that it's a defective verbs. When you see defective verbs, know that it's fail naqis. So both the terms you should be knowing. Why they are called defective verbs? Because they have a weak letter. And there is one more important point, that where is the weak letter? A weak letter may be in the fa radical, a weak letter may be in the middle at the ain radical, but in this case the weak letter is in the laam radical, and in the laam radical basically. And you will find in all these types of verb the weak letter is in the laam radical. But another point, if you have noticed, we did before the verbs as rama, jara. What was the haraka? Fatha, fatha, fatha. We followed one scale. We followed one scale. Fa, a, la. Fa'ala. We followed this scale with the fatha, fatha, fatha. And here also there is the same scale. Fa'ala. In this type of verb we will be doing afterwards. Fa'ala. The scale is the same. But what about this? What about this? The scale is different. If you can see here, nasiya. What is the scale we are dealing with? Fa'ila. Fa la, with the kasra in the middle ain radical. So we will be dealing with a different scale here. And there is another scale. The first scale is fa'ala. The second scale is fa'ila. What is the third scale? The third scale is fa'ula with a dhamma in between. Fa'ula. Usually what happens, this is from the morphology actually, sarf, but I will give you some information so that it becomes clear why these harakas are changed. So these are the three scales, usually the fail madi triliteral verb, or I can say those verbs which have three letters in them, they are called triliteral verbs. So these three triliteral verbs or three letter fail madi verbs follow these three scales: fa'ala, fa'ila and fa'ula. All throughout there you will see these three scales are being used, and and they have specific type of scales, and there are other scales also in present tense, but I will discuss it later. But now, for now, you should know that we have three scales in morphology for the triliteral verbs. And now we will not do this type of scale as it is not mentioned in this book, Madina book 2. We will do this in Madina book 3. So for now, concentrate on this scale and this scale. These are very important points. If you want to make notes, you can make notes here. So what is the stem we will be doing with nasiya? The stem is noon, na, si and ya. So we have na, si with the ya sukun, and then damir plus the all the past tense damir will be added with this stem. So know that the stem is nasi. We have the three letters, but the last letter is with sukun. It's easy. So you need to attach the two, and this is my typing mistake. It's the noon al filing actually. So it will be written as nasi with the sukoon, noon fatha, sin kasra, and noon and alif. This is noon filing. The damir is noon filing for nahnu. Anta nasita, anti nasiti, antuma nasituma. You can see the stem is the same here. Nasitum, nasitunna. Now when I come to the ghayab, the mutakallims and mukhatib are very easy. You just have to add the damir with the stem. But what happens in the ghayab for huwa? The original form of the past tense comes for huwa. And where is the damir? In mukhatib and mutakallim, you can see the visible damir attached. And in mukhatib also, you can see at the end all the visible damirs you can see here from here to here. But what about this nasiya and hiya, nasiyat? These two in ghayab, they have damir mustatir. Know that and make a point that in past tense, huwa and hiya always have damir mustatir. And what is the damir mustatir here? In nasiya, the damir mustatir is huwa. Nasiyat, the damir, hidden damir is hiya. Mustatir means hidden. And one may say, what is the ta'tanis here? The ta'tanis is only the sign of femininity. Okay? It only shows that this verb is for feminine. It doesn't show the damir. The damir is hidden in this verb just like nasiya. And what about homa, male? Nasi, ya. There is alif muthanna, the damir here visible. What about the female dual? Because in ghaib we have two duals. We have male and female different, because when you're talking about a ghaib, then you have to differentiate between male and female. But when we are talking muhatib, both male and females are in front of our eyes, so we don't need to differentiate. So one form of muthanna is used for both male and female. But when we come to ghaib, we need to differentiate between male and female. So that's why for male, you will see only alif of muthanna, the damir. But when it comes for feminine, what you see, we can see alif muthanna for the duals, but we also see the tatanis. This ta is added with for the feminine ghaib. What is this ta? This is the same ta tanis that you see here, ta with sukoon. But why doesn't it have a sukoon above it? Because it is coming with a long vowel alif, and any letter that comes with long vowel alif carries a fatha over it because of the sound. You cannot pronounce the ta sukoon and alif. You cannot pronounce as nasiyat nasiyat you cannot pronounce that way. It's totally wrong in Arabic. So you need to, for the continuation of the pronunciation, you need to change the sukoon to fatha. So that's why this is the sign of femininity and not the damir. Remember that ta tanis is not the damir, it's just the sign of femininity. The damir in the dual form is the alif musanna. When you do the Arab, you write the damir is the alif musanna and ta is the ta tanis. Whom in here you can see the visible wow al jama. The name I'm giving for the damirs are very important. You need to say wow al jama for wow al jama is known for male plural, and for the feminine jama, feminine plural, what is the damir? Noonun niswa. The name for the damir is noon niswa. And what is the proof? That the previous letter has a sukoon over it. So these are all the past tense damir added with the verb nasiya. So let's move forward to the uh, more of this present tense of this verb. So here we have a present tense. So I will explain all the past tense, mudare and amr, and then I will go back to the questions because the next questions are dealing with the mudare and the amr. So let's do the mudare. Now, what are the changes for the nasiya verb when we make the first and most important point? When you make the present tense of these type of fail naqis defective verb having a weak letter at the laam radical and especially ya, what happens? It changes back to alif maksura. When we had the verb rama jara, what happened in present tense? The alif maksura changed to ya. So it's back and forth changing. Remember that. For mutakallim, remember for mudare we have harf anaitu. I keep on repeating this because most of the students have this confusion that these are the damirs. These are not the damirs, these are only the harf mudare, means letters to show you that this verb is in present tense. And alif shows the ana, noon shows for nahnu, ya shows for the ghaib, ta shows for mukhatib. They are not the damirs, but we have the damirs afterwards, and I will tell you where are the damirs and the name of the damirs. So first you see what happened? The ya has changed back to alif makhsura. So now we have ansa. And usually after the harf mudare, the noon will have a sukoon, and the seen will have a fatha. Why seen will have a fatha? Because it is changed back to alif maksura. Now here I will give you a small information about this letter alif maksura. If anybody doesn't know about alif maksura, because these letters, when you come across here and there in the Arabic grammar, these letters tend to make a lot of confusion with the students. This letter is known as alif maksura. Maksura means broken. As you have learned about the word kasara, in this book we did this verb kasara means broke, he broke. So that means broken. And maksura, the word maksura comes from kasara. So maksura, maksura means broken. This is the verb masdar, broken, not the masdar, but it's the uh, um, is the ismun maful, the thing which is broken. Is the ismun maful, name of ismun maful, the thing which is broken. So everything comes from the verb. So this we will learn from in the morphology. But for now, just know that where did this word come from? Derived, maksura is derived from the verb kasara, means broken. So broken means this is actually originally is alif. And this alif has only one count. So those who are in tajweed, they know the count is usually the length of sound that you give to a letter. So this alif, when comes the alif maksura, we give only one count or sound, and it is a short sound. So in English, it is called shortened alif. Shortened alif. Why shortened alif? Because it has one count. So in English, you call it broken alif or shortened alif. Both you can call broken alif or shortened alif, and it is in the shape of a ya but without dots. So this is the story about alif maksura. And when the long vowel alif comes, this has two counts. Okay. And when we pronounce with this long vowel, we give it two counts. Means usually the sound of long vowel is longer than this sound. For example, the shortened alif, alif maksura example is Musa. Musa. We don't prolong the sound at the end. We stop. Musa. That's it. We don't prolong the sound. Musa. We don't prolong. Now, with the long vowel, for example, as kitab. Am I prolonging the sound? Yes. Kitab. I'm not saying kitab. It's kitab. You are prolonging your sound. That means it has two counts. So this is the major difference between these two. But originally it is alif, but it is in the shape of dotless ya. And whenever the alif long vowel or the alif maksura or the broken alif or the shortened alif comes, know that the letter previous will have a fatha. Here also you can see a fatha. Here also you can see a fatha. So that's why in the past tense you saw kasra under the sin. But now in due to getting an alif maksura at the end, the kasra has been changed to fatha. Now you understand why it was changed to fatha, because of this letter. And everything goes according to the sounds. So these are the phonetics that any of you who haven't learned from the starting alif, ba, ta, sa and the harakas and the rules about it, it's really very important. It may sound boring or it may sound that okay, I can do without those information, but it's really important to build your strong foundation. I have all the videos compiled from till now. I have done 1 to 8 units for the starting beginners level. You can refer all those videos. So here, that's why it's seen has the fatha. So now for nahnu, there's a typing mistake. Nahnu, we have nansa. The noon shows the nahnu. And anta, tansa. Here, ta, in all the 5 forms, you can see the ta. And now in fail mudare, there is two important things I would like to point out here is we have 5 afalul khamsa in present tense. What are they? 1, 2, 3, and where are the 4 and 5? These two duals are taken as 1, 4, and here 5. So we have 5 afalul khamsa. Now, before I explain all the damirs, I would like to just inform you about the afalul khamsa, because a lot of student does make mistakes with the afalul khamsa, and this concept is not very clear with the students. So, where is the afalul khamsa? Wherever you can see this noon, the noons. And I will tell you what is this noon afterwards when I tell you about the damirs. So for now, you can see there are 5 afalul khamsa. And how, number 2, the second point, how many damir mustatir are there in fail mudare? How many? So we have, I'll take another color. We have number 1, damir mustatir. Number 2, damir mustatir. Number 3, we have 5 damir mustatir here. 1 for ana, second for nahnu, third for anta, fourth for huwa, and fifth for hiya. So the blue color is for damir mustatir. Okay, hidden damirs. And what are for the afalul khamsa is the pink one. Okay. For afalul khamsa is the afal is plural of fail. Afalul khamsa means the 5 verbs which are different than the others. Why they are different? I will tell you why. But before that, let me explain about the damirs first. Now, anta, tansa. You can see it's the same. Now, what is the difference? What is the difference coming in the anti? The ya here. This is the damir and it is called ya al mukhatiba. Ya u al mukhatiba with the ta marbuta. Ya al mukhatiba for feminine singular. Antuma used for both male and female. As you know, in mukhatib we have only one dual for both male and female, and it is shown with the ta. This ta shows it's mukhatib. Where is the damir? The alif of muthanna. And what is the difference between tansa, ansa, nansa? In these 3 you can see the alif makhsura, but the moment it comes to afalul khamsa, what's happening? The original ya, weak letter, is coming back. Tansina, tansayani. Why sayani? Why ya is having a fatha here? As I told you, the moment long vowel alif comes, it will take a fatha. Previous letter will take a fatha for the sound reasons, phonetic reasons. Tansayani. If I come to male plural now, what do you see here? Tansuna. The ya is totally deleted. Why? Because you cannot say tansiyuna. You cannot say tansiyuna. It's totally wrong. So what the Arabs did, they deleted the ya. And these are all what the old Arabs did, and whatever they did with the sounds or the structure of the fails, we have to learn accordingly. Now, tansuna, and it is much easier pronouncing tansuna instead of tansiyuna. So that ya is totally deleted. Where is the damir? The damir is vowel jama. Now, this is a long vowel. As the moment it comes, it will come with a dhamma in the previous letter. So these are all the rules from the beginners level. Alif ba ta sa I have done in it. So if you want to check those, you can go and check it in my the videos for the beginners level. And that's why the structure came like this, tan suna. And I will explain about this noon afterwards. Let me explain the damirs first. Tan saina. And now the for the usually tansaina comes back with the ya and sukoon. Where is the damir? The damir is noon fatha, and this is called noon niswa. Noon niswa. This is the damir for uh, plural feminine, niswa. And this is waw al jama. Okay. And this is alifu musanna. Aliful musanna. Musanna. And what are these noon extras? Except this. This is the damir. This is not extra noon. These noons are extra noons. What are they called? They are called noon zaida. Zaida. Zaida means extra. This is noon extra. And it does not have any work in the Arab. It is not conjugated. And in case of majzoom, when you add tool of jazm, lam or lam nahiya or anything like that, what happens? This noon usually drops, deleted. So that's why it is called noon extra. And these noon extra, noon zaida are found in afalul khamsa only. Remember, I marked afalul khamsa in pink. So these noon zaidas are in afalul khamsa, as you can see here. Now, when we come to ghayab, we have a damir mustatir here. The ya shows the ghayab form. But what is the exception here? In ghayab hiya, you can see the ta, because this ta shows the femininity. Okay. And whenever in a sentence this is used for male, basically there will be something in a sentence before or after a name of a male will be mentioned, so that you can make out that this verb has come for male. And when this verb is used for ghayab feminine singular in a sentence, you will see the name of a feminine girl, so that you can recognize that this is used for the feminine ghayab. You can make out from the words before or after the verbs, so that you can easily make out that it's coming for the ghayab feminine. Now in ghayab, the dual forms are different for male and female. Why? Because in mukhatib, it is not necessary to make a difference between the feminine and male, because both of them are in front of you. That's why you can use one dual for both of them. But when it comes to ghaib, you have to make the differentiation that you are talking about a male or that you are talking about a feminine, those who are not in front of you. So you have to differentiate between male and female. So that's why we have two duals in ghaib. So for dual ghaib male, you can see the alif musanna, and the moment alif long vowel came, the fatha came with the ya, and these noon are extra. The alif musanna. And now ya shows for the male dual ghaib. But in the feminine ghaib, the ta comes back just like the hiya. So this is the exception here. Mark that. And the damir is alif musanna with the fatha. This is the noon extra, noon zaida, known as noon zaida. Now for whom, the same thing as you did here for antum. What is the difference? Here there is ta, and here you can see the ya, but the structure is the same. With vowel jama and dhamma, the ya is deleted. Same for the phonetic reasons. And this noon is the extra noon. And same here, the ya is there and it is not changed to ta. Just as you saw in huma feminine dual, as you saw in hiya feminine singular. Why? The reason is that the feminine damir is here, noon niswa. This alone can tell you that this verb has come for feminine plural. Noon niswa is known for feminine plurality. So that's why we need not give here the ta. So the and ya has come to show that it is for the ghaibs. Now I have covered each and every small detailing, the damirs, the name of the damirs in this present tense. I hope it is clear. Now let's move on to the amr form. So let's see in the amr form. Now in the amr you can see some thing you can see in the male singular. This is for feminine singular. There are different commands for male, female, plurals, duals, and the feminine plural. So this is for male plural, this is for male, feminine, dual, and this is for feminine plural. Let's see. Now, as I have told you how we get the command from nasiya, you should know the present tense of nasiya. What is nasiya? The present tense of nasiya is yan sa. As you know, the alif maksura comes back. Yan sa, seen with fatha. When you attach lam, what happens? The weak letter drops. So what you get here? Yan, and seen is in full form. Yan sa. The alif maksura is dropped and seen is here with fatha. Remember, we need this structure. And then when you want to make a command, what do you do? What do? You cancel. The next step is cancelling the ya. You cancel the ya. What do you left with? With noon sukoon and seen fatha. Noon sukoon, seen fatha. I'm repeating this step so that many of you who have not gone through my previous video will have an idea about how you form the commands. Now, the next step, now you want to make a command. In order to make the command and pronounce this word, you cannot pronounce noon with sukoon. In Arabic, no word is started with noon sukoon. You should have a haraka over the first letter of the word in order to pronounce it. So in order to pronounce it, what we do is we put an alif, hamza. And now you can pronounce noon sukoon and seen fatha. But there is another catch. What will be the haraka of this alif? So when you make command, there is a small rule that you start counting, start from the alif. 1, 2, noon is in the second position, seen is in the third position. So whatever the third letter has, the haraka, the alif will have that haraka. But if the third letter has a fatha or a kasra, then know that alif will have a kasra. Okay? And if the third letter has a dhamma, know that the alif will have a dhamma. So in this case, the third letter has a fatha, so the alif will have a kasra. So we have our command form from the verb nasiya. As you can see, this is for male. Anta insa. We got the command insa. Now what about the feminine? Insa, insai. The ya for the femininity, ya mukhatiba, has come. The damir ya mukhatiba, you know, now remember ya mukhatiba, it has come and the structure is the same, insa. So insai. The vowel jama has come for male plural, insu. It is a long vowel, so the dhamma will be, the fatha will be changed to tama. And what about the duals? Antuma, insaya. Now the ya will come back in duals, and you cannot make with the alif maksura because it has been deleted, and the original ya of the fail has come back with the alif muthanna, and the moment this alif came, the ya will have a fatha. And what about female plural? The Nunun Niswa came to show the plurality of feminines. In Saina, as I told you, the original ya of the fail came back. In Saina, because we need a sukun. We cannot give a seen a sukun because we need to use this structure. So the ya came back to get the sukun. So this is the amr of the Nasiya. Now let's get back to the questions. So I did this Nasiya for fail Madi, and I also completed question number 16 for present tense Nasiya. And here it's not given really very well, but that's why I gave you all the fail mudaris with the amrs, because the duals is not mentioned in this lesson. All the duals are given in the last lesson of this book, but I felt that it should be mentioned. That's why I gave you the duals also. And now question number 18, amr. I also completed this question number 18, nasiya. And now we will see question number 18. Now we come to the another type of fail that has an alif, long vowel at the end, and this is also a weak letter in Arabic. Now let's go back to my whiteboard where I have prepared all the madis, mudaris, and the amr. Now let's see about da. Now before, in the previous video, I mentioned about this alif. Alif is not the original letter. Now when you do the morphology, or morphology means the sarf. Sarf means changing the structure of the verb in Arabic. So when you change the structure of the madi with attaching the damirs, or when you change it into the present tense, usually alif changes to waw or a ya. So this is very important. That's why in this da, when you attach past damir, the stem is da'aw with the waw. Da'aw with the waw sukun. So you will be using this stem plus damir, past tense damirs. So remember that. And if anybody has confusion why the waw is there and not alif, so this is the reason, that alif is not the original letter. It changes either to waw or ya, as we did in the verb in qala and ba. If you don't remember, I'll just quick revision with qala. Qala, there was a weak letter in between, and ba. So what is the difference? In qala, when you make present tense, it becomes to yaqulu. So this alif changed to waw, right? And in this ba'a, yabi'u. So the alif has changed to ya. So this is the difference. Okay. So you can see da'aw to, da'aw na, noon fa'ilin, and anta da'auta. As you can see, all the damirs added with the same structure. Da'auta, da'autuma, da'autum, da'autunna. And in ghaib, as now you know, huwa and hiya has hidden damirs. In past tense, two hidden damirs. Da'a, the same structure is used for huwa and that. Here the alif is deleted. That. Because tanis cannot come with the alif. You cannot say da'at. It's that. It's deleted. Huma, huma, it's da'awa. Okay, the alif cannot come, so the one alif is changed to waw. So that's why huma is da'awa. And for I missed the feminine male dual hayab. So I missed actually the. So you can see huma, we have da'ata. The ta tanis comes and with the fatha and the duality, alif of duality. You just have to put the ta tanis there, da'ata. And for whom is da'aw, wow al jama, the sukoon, uh, da'aw, wow al jama, the sukoon will not be there. Da'awna. Now why the sukoon is here? Because of the noonun niswa. There should be a sukoon before the noonun niswa. So it's easy now. So now let's see the present tense of da. Let me just clear everything. And now da. Now here you can see for mutakallim da. With the harf anaitu, it's attached with alif. Ana ad'u. As I told you, the alif, the last weak letter changes to waw here. Ad'u. So the moment waw comes, the ain takes the dhamma because of the phonetic reasons. Nad'u. And anta tad'u. It's very easy. Tad'i. Why ain has taken a kasra here? Because of the ya mukhatiba. This is the damir. And now we know that in present tense we have the five afal al khamsa. Here we have, so 1, 2, 3. These two are taken as 4 and this 5. Okay, and we have noon as zaida, noon zaida, 1, 2, 3. These are all noon zaidas. So, and how many damir mustatirs we have? We have damir mustatirs. Let's count 1, 2, 3 anta, 4 and 5. We have 5 damir mustatirs. So let's see. Tad'ina for feminine singular. Tad'uwani, as I told you, two alifs cannot come, so one has been changed to waw, and the same structure as tad'u, and then alif musanna. This is the damir alif musanna. Tad'una, the waw al jama comes back with the dhamma, and tad'una. Yes, this is an exception in da'a form. Please mark it, because tad'una for male jama and tad'una for the feminine jama are the same. Please mark this. And here it will have a sukoon to show that it's noonun niswa. This is the damir. In huwa yad'u, the ya shows the ghaib. And yes, what are the exceptions here? Let's see, what are the exceptions? The ta for the ghaibs. And huma feminine dual, the ta is there. This is the exception. Please mark this. And now we will see tad'u hiya for feminine ghaib. Yad'uwani, same, just the ya is changed in ghaib for male dual, right? And for feminine dual, the ta came back to show their femininity, and the structure is the same. The our damir is alif muthanna here and alif muthanna here. And whom we have yad'una, the same structure, but the ta is changed because this shows the ghaib, ta shows the mukhatib. The structure is the same. Waw al jama is a damir. And here also yad'una. This we have noon niswa. This is not from noon zaida. This is noon niswa, and this is for feminine. Sorry, feminine plural ghaib, and it is also the same as you can see in the mukhatib. Please mark this, because in this special case da'a, the male and female structure are the same. So let's see the amr form of this verb. In the amr, as I told you how to make the amr, I'm not going to repeat it. So you check the third letter. The third letter has a dhamma, so alif will also have a dhamma. That's why we have anta ud'u. The moment anti comes, the ya mukhatiba comes back ud'i. Because of the ya, it's taking a kasra. Now antuma ud'uwa, so there can't be two alif, so the waw ud'u is the changed alif. And now ud'u, this is the plural form antum. It is a bit confusing, but when you do it again and again and again, you will have the idea and you will memorize it shortly, inshallah. Ud'u, this is waw al jama. Here you can see a fatha, right? And here you can see nothing, so this is waw al jama, the damir, and this is the letter from the verb, that the alif, long vowel alif changed to wow. Udu'una. Now this is the noon niswa coming back, and this is the letter from the verb, spelling of the verb. This is not long vowel, so it can have a sukoon above it. So this is the damir. Now let's go back to the remaining questions. Now you can see I have completed with the past damirs here with da'a, and it was question number 18. Question number 19, we did the present tense of da'a. As you can see here, original it was yad'una, because this waw is from the alif, the alif that was in the past tense da'a, right? So this alif changed to waw. So this is actually from the spelling of the verb. And this waw is the waw al jama, the damir. So there was two waws. So in Arabic, this cannot come. So what happened? The letter waw is deleted. A damir cannot be deleted. Okay, keep this in mind. The damir cannot be deleted. The letter from the spelling can be deleted. So that's why the first waw is deleted, and then the ain takes the dhamma and the waw al jama remains, the damir remains. So that's how you get this structure, yad'un. Yad'ina actually was tad'uina. So it is really difficult in phonetics and pronunciation, tad'uina. So what happened? This waw is deleted. As I told you, the letter can be deleted, but the ya muqatiba, which is the damir, cannot be deleted. So this is deleted and we get the structure tad'ina. And due to this ya, ain is taking the kasra. And here the same antum tad'una, the letter from the spelling of the verb is deleted and vowel jama remains, and we get the structure tad'una. So let's move forward with the questions. Question number, okay, we did question number 20 also, the amr of da'a. And now arini, this is the special verb, and they have given you the meaning of arini, and this is a special verb. As there are two verbs, they look alike same, but they have a different meaning. For example, so the examples here are two. There are two verbs. Ara, pay attention to the spellings. Ara, first is the hamza, then ra, and then alif maksura. Ara. And there is another verb that looks like the same, but the meaning is different. The first letter is ra, then hamza, and then alif maksura. So ara means to show, like you showed somebody, you made somebody to see. And ra'a means he saw. He saw. This is the most common that we will be doing in the Madina book or anywhere. But ara means to make somebody to see. So here in this book they have given example, ya fulanu. Fulan means someone. Oh, so and so. You can say so and so. Ya so and so. Arini. This is the command form arini of ara. Arini means show me. This is ya mutakallim and this is noon al wiqaya. To it comes with the verb to protect the harakas of the verb. Now, arini means oh so and so, show me kitabaka means show me your book or show me your watch or show me your pen or show me your notebook. So this is the different verb from ra'a. Ra'a means he saw, but ara means to see or to make somebody see. And now we will do the meanings. This is the last portion of this lesson. Let's do the meanings. Asha'u is dinner. Tahqiq is investigation. Qumama rubbish. Nahar is day. And Sahibun is companion. Tawa is to fold. And Yatwi, he folds. And Tayyan means to folding. This is the masdar, actually verbal noun. Yamin, right, the direction. Tanawulu, to eat. Qaum, nation, different nations. Turab is dust, actually. The dust in the air, you can say the dust. Waqa'a, to happen or came, both. He comes or it happens, or wukuwan, the happening. This is the verbal noun or masdar. Ata, came, he came. Yati, he comes. Ityanan, the coming. You can also say the verbal noun as ing words in English. Al-Yasar, left. Ilahun, the God. And this is the Jama, actually. Layl is the Al-Laylu. Actually, it is the night, but it also comes as Zarf to show the time of night. Ahlun, family. Mumazik, tone. And Tabi'a, to follow. Follow someone. Yatba'u, he follows. And what does this mean? Tab'an, the following. Okay, the ing verse. So alhamdulillah, this is the end of the lesson of 28, and I'll be coming back shortly with the next lesson, number 29. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.